In Bed-Stuy in central Brooklyn in those days, every black woman that graduated from college or married to someone that had some formal education belonged to the organizational structures in the community. In the black community, we had organizations like Jack and Jill. We had organizations like I saw something a couple of days ago, the Brooklyn, Queens, Long Island Lawyers Wives Association. Saw something recently, the Brooklyn, Queens Undertakers Association Wives, and on and on and on and on and on. And the sororities, and the block associations, and just people that had a genuine interest. Tenants Association. Chisholm was very big on organizing tenants against landlords in those days, and Chisholm probably had every tenants association in her congressional district as a part of her Friends of Shirley Chisholm, and people showed up. And then, I guess, lastly, in the 60s, if you recall, we had all the poverty programs, and people from the poverty programs would, who worked for those poverty programs, would get in their best dress and show up at a function just to be around a Shirley Chisholm. And then you had the Brooklyn Home for Aged Women, aged people, who was run by women, and this is still probably one of the few places that is left in Brooklyn where there was a home for aged black people in the 30s and the 40s. And it's a place, even earlier probably, it's a place where Booker T. Washington, when he came to New York to speak, that's where he would go to live, and those women took care of him when he was in New York. I was reading some material recently about who was going to pick him up at the train station, who was going to cook dinner, who was going to do this. So in those, over the years, up until the late 60s and early 70s, everybody knew each other in Bed-Stuy, in Crown Heights. Every black person that was worth their weight in anything, they knew each other. They knew each other. It's not like now you don't know the person next door, and there's no basic interests in the he or she next door as it was in the 60s. And so you ask, how did we raise the money? Between knocking on doors and calling on our friends and driving all over creation. We had a Hispanic group in the Bronx, a Cuban group. These were black Cubans that supported Shirley Chisholm on anything that she would do. And they would be cooking their, plantain and beans and rice, and we'd go up there in cold days, and they would raise a few $100s here, a few $100s there, and it worked out.